What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video on Bats of Hell. Guys, this is the conclusion. It's Justice League number 33. This is the fourth part in this pretty much tie-in crossover between Dark Knight's Metal number 3 and number 4. And so far, we've seen the Justice League members fight off against the evil Batman, and all of them have lost, alright? We had Green Lantern lose against Batman the Dawnbreaker. We had Flash lose against Batman Red Death. And pretty much they're being dragged to be hooked up to this cosmic tuning fork and be used as vibrational frequencies, so more evil versions of our DC heroes can come through from the dark multiverse into the DC universe. And what's now happening is Cyborg is being hooked up to this machine, and Batman Glass and Murder Machine. Batman the Murder Machine is pretty much a Batman Cyborg evil hybrid, and both these evil Batmans are trying to pretty much take the Element X, or the Mother Box, from Cyborg and use it to destroy the multiverse. And Cyborg's pretty much the last line of defense between all of this. He's the last guy standing because the Justice League members have lost all hope. They're being hooked up to this cosmic tuning fork. Batman's lost in the dark multiverse. Superman's gone. And it's all up to Cyborg to pretty much stop this. So we'll see what Cyborg does and how the Justice League get out of this situation and how this whole crossover pretty much ties into Dark Knight's Metal in this issue. But guys, if you like the video, give a big thumbs up, new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next Dark Knight's Metal video. I'll be releasing actually a full video, pretty much combining all 4 of these videos to tell the full crossover in just a non-stop format, so stay tuned for that. But yeah guys, enough this intro, let's get to Bats Out of Hell, Part 4. So guys, heading this issue, the Justice League lost. We have Cyborg here, and he's hooked up to this machine. He's just heard that Batman Glass is going to use his pretty much Mother Box to destroy the multiverse, and we're going to find out what he's going to do in this issue. But first, we got this dope cover right here, and it shows Cyborg fight off against the Murder Machine. It looks pretty cool. It shows Dark Knight's Metal tie-in. It's not my favorite cover of all the 4 covers. My favorite actually the Flash versus Red Death one. That one's pretty dope, but this one is still pretty cool. But guys, diving in, we first see pretty much these images of the different Justice League members. Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. And we see somebody pretty much narrating and monologuing who is the Batman who laughs. And he says, the first time that I joined the League, the Justice League, I was intimidated by all these gods. I was just a person in a bat costume. Yes, I have martial arts. Yes, I was skilled. But all these heroes, they have powers. Flash is the fastest man alive. Aquaman, he pretty much can breathe underwater. He's the Atlantis king. We had Wonder Woman, who's the Amazon. We have Green Lantern, who has the power of will, the Green Lantern Corps. And then there's me, Batman, who just has some skill and is just only human. I don't have powers. And he's like, but as the adventures continued, I started noticing that these powers that they have are pretty much the same as pretty much a gun. I can pretty much dismantle them and learn their powers and beat them eventually. And he's like, and finally I realized that the Justice League are a cowardly lot. And he pretty much says that all these Justice Leagues, they're pretty much perceived as gods, they're pretty much powerful, but Batman's like, I can take him down easily. And this is the Batman last saying this, and he just laughs out loud. We see him above Cyborg. Cyborg's in pain. We have all the Justice League men being dragged by the evil Batman. It says Bats Out of Hell, finale. And guys, next what we see what Cyborg's going through. He's trying to fight off the Murder Machine's pretty much dismantling him. He's going through all these nightmares. He's like, the evil Batman trying to expose me to all my failures, all my nightmares, so that I could give in and they could take the Element X / Mother Box from me and use it to destroy the multiverse. And he's like, I see all these different nightmares. He's like, he compares it to watching a game, pretty much the relapse of a game after he's lost when he did football and stuff. So it's an interesting comparison, and he also sees nightmares of him fighting out the different Justice League, evil Justice League. And he's going through this, he's like, I would do anything to let this stop and me to beat these evil Batman. And that's when he hears a voice, and it says, ping ping, you are ready, Victor Stone. And we're like, who is this? And this is actually the Mother Box, and the Mother Box is speaking to Cyborg. And the Mother Box is like, you're very unique. And he's like, you pretty much, there's different people around the multiverse who get the Mother Box like you. And Cyborg's like, there's more of me? And the Mother Box is like, yes. And it's like, but they have pretty much absorbed the Mother Box's power and give up their self to pretty much serve the multiverse and become a protector of the multiverse. And the Mother Box tells Cyborg, but you haven't done that. You're still in the original programming. You still have full control, but in order for us to beat this evil Batman and pretty much save the multiverse, you need to let the Mother Box take control of you. And Cyborg's like, should I actually do that though? And the Mother Box is like, yes, for the multiverse to survive, you need to do this. It's necessary. You're not necessary to the multiverse, but your programming is. And it's like, let me show you the stakes. And it shows an image, this double page splash page that's pretty dope, pretty much drawn by Michael Janin, and it shows all these worlds, different Justice League, like evil Justice League, good Justice League, 52 universes, and it tells Cyborg that pretty much if you don't do this, all these universes get destroyed, it'll pretty much plunge into darkness, and we'll all lose. And Cyborg's like, oh, I can see it. And Mother Box is like, yes, this is your destiny. No more failure, only victory. And Cyborg's like, okay, I'll do it. But then you hear another voice, and this voice is like, Victor, no, you can't. We don't know who this is. And Cyborg's like, who's there? Mother Box, is that you? But it's not the Mother Box who's speaking, it's actually somebody else. And this person says, no, listen to me. Pretty much the evil Batman are trying to show you your failures and show your nightmares to take this Mother Box from you. And the Mother Box is trying to say that you need to pretty much come one with it. But you don't need to do that. The Mother Box is not the thing that makes you special, Victor. It's you, it's your heart. Pretty much you strive to keep going. You're pretty much your compassion. And this person says that don't give in to the Mother Box. Stay you. You are Victor Stone. Keep going. And Cyborg's like, no, but I have to do this. And this person, this unknown person, we'll find out who it is later in the issue, is like, no, you can't do this. And Cyborg's like, ping. He just says ping, and it's like, Victor! And the Mother Box starts taking control of him and taking him overall. Like, he's pretty much going from original programming to ultimate programming. And guys, we go to the next page, and we shift to pretty much the Justice League being dragged, and we see these like evil Alfreds that are under the Murder Machine, and they're like, follow me this way, sir, and they're pretty much just dragging the Justice League. And then Battle Last is like, are you set into the dark multiverse? Will be a bit bumpy. It's like, get ready, guys, it's about to get good. But then the evil Alfreds pretty much lose control, and their connection's interrupted. And the Murder Machine's like, what just happened? Battle Last is like, Murder Machine, what's happening? What's going on with your Alfred protocol? And Murder Machine's like, I don't know, we lost connection. And that's when Battle Last is like, man, I knew we should have switched you out with the Batman Lex Luthor hybrid. I'm like, guys, this little like throwaway line is actually pretty cool. Like, imagine a Batman Lex Luthor hybrid. You know how smart that would be? Like, that'd be pretty dope. But guys, we go on next, and you hear this voice from afar. He means you finally made a mistake. You all did. You always do with me. He says you wanted my Element X so you can show me my failures are on loop. Mother Box wanted to erase me so it could be the universe doesn't need me. You all tried to win by telling me I've already lost. And it says, I may be wires and metal on the outside, but deep down, I am Victor Stone. And you see Cyborg come out of nowhere. It's this big splash page. And he says, so now you gotta deal with Cyborg 1 million, baby. And you see the fire in the background. And it looks pretty dope, guys. Look at that. You see him come out of nowhere. He's all powerful. The Mother Box has pretty much consumed him. But yes, pretty much ultimate power. Because the Mother Box was forged by Apocalypse, Darkseid and stuff. So you can transport it to like pretty much anywhere in the universe. From that to actually you could be like ultimate power and destroy like evil Batman. And guys, we go to the next page, and Cyborg says, I need my team. And you see the Justice League pretty much get released from like their captivities, pretty much like their chains, and they're all happy, they're ready to go. And the Murder Machine is like, Cyborg's just using his connection to Element X to draw power directly from the multiverse. He's like, crap, he's actually becoming powerful. And Battle Labs is like, so what? We ripped your body out before. Like, they actually, all the evil Batman ganged up on Cyborg when he was alone, pretty much destroyed him. And Battle Labs is like, we'll do it again. And that's when all these Justice League, they come together once again. You ambush Cyborg when he was alone, just like you tried to do with us. But now, you have to deal with the entire Justice League. And Battle Labs is like, what is that music? And you hear this bumpy music, guys. You hear this huge music that's going on. It's getting the fight ready to go. And Cyborg's like, I'm blasting my theme song. He's like, through my speakers. I play it whenever I wanted to get the team pumped up when the ball was on the 1 yard line. And he says with a smile, hike. And you see all the Justice League go to attack the evil Battle. You get this double page splash page. You see pretty much Flash versus Red Death. They pretty much race each other. You see Green Lantern actually fighting off Batman the Drowned. It's actually some interesting fighting choices. You see Dawnbreaker attacking. You see Aquaman versus Batman the Merciless. You see Wonder Woman versus actually Batman Red Death, which is pretty cool actually. Then you see Cyborg versus Batman the Murder Machine. But in the corner, you see Batman Lash just laughing. He's like, you really think you guys can beat us? all of us on our own, all these different evil Batmen on their own, pretty much killed the Justice League. So with all of us combined, you guys can't beat us at all. And that's when we shift and we see Batman the Dawnbreaker going against Cyborg, and it's like, must be nice to have friends, Cyborg. And it's like, can we all play a game in the dark together? He's about to pretty much kill Cyborg with his evil like constructs, and Cyborg's like, pro tip, Dawnbreaker, having the right players in the field is great, but having a strong bench is key. And you see coming out of the portal, you got Dr. Fate, you got Mr. Terrific, you got Contra Saunders, aka Hawkgirl, you also have Deathstroke. They all come out to midfield and they go to attack. And Flash is like, Cyborg, man, you sure know how to make an entrance. And Dr. Fate's like, and now we must hasten our exit. We gotta go. And Cyborg's like, no, wait, I gotta go save the person who saved me. And we see Raven, guys. That was the person who was speaking to him when he was in the mother box earlier in this issue. And Raven's like, is it you? Is that you? It's like the Battle Last has been trying to use my dark energy for pretty much destroy everything. And Raven's like, tell me you didn't give in, Victor. Tell me you didn't give in to the mother box. And she's like, because if you did, we have no hope. And Cyborg's like, don't worry, I have ultimate power now, but I can still control myself. He's like, you're a lot stronger than you think, Raven, but let's get out here anyway. Because clearly you and I are stronger together. And you see Cyborg and Raven hug, pretty much a dynamic duo are back together, the Titans are back together. Like, yeah, we don't have Robin, but this is at least better than not having none of them. Like, seeing Cyborg and Raven back together is actually a key part in the storyline, and it's really cool. But guys, you see next, and Green Lantern Aquaman's like, okay, hugs are great, but we gotta get out of here. And Cyborg's like, yes, we need to go. And you see all the pretty much foreign and all these different evil Batmen are pretty much ghosts of a dying world, because their worlds are gone. It's like Barbados promised them after all this thing, they pretty much served him, their worlds would come back to life. And it's like Barbados wanted to separate us, but instead brought us closer together. And he's like, and now I can use the multiverse to connect us in new ways. And then he says, and I'm going to show you why these Batman chose to become monsters. It's not Batman's greatest nightmares, it's his regrets. And you see pretty much different origins of the evil Batman. Like Batman Red Death, pretty much he used Flash to kill Flash. Well, no, he pretty much collided with Flash to get the Speed Force. Then we see Batman Murder Machine became who he is because Alfred died. Then we have pretty much Batman, the Dawnbreaker, lost his parents, took the ring from the Green Lantern Corps and killed different people. Then we have Batman, who last, pretty much killed the Joker, and that caused him to become evil. And it shows more like the Devastator killed Superman. We have Wonder Woman died, so that caused Batman to become Batman the Merciless. The different Atlantis was taking over, killing a bunch of people, and Batman, the Drowned, was actually a female, and her love of her life, Sylvester, died, and that caused her to become evil. And all these different evil Batman pretty much lost their worlds because of what they did. So they're joining in with Barbados to pretty much take back what was theirs. And you see Green Lantern, and he's all like, okay, we gotta get out of here. And Cyborg's like, the Dark Knights are still Bruce, and Bruce can be defeated. And he's like, Barbados promised your worlds back, but we can help you guys. He's like, the Batman I know is smart enough to know it's impossible to bring back what you lost. And he's pretty much trying to tell these evil Batman, he's like, we can help you, but you gotta admit that you can't take back what you lost. And Green Lantern just says, Batman, you need a dentist. And you see Batman last come out, and he's just laughing. He's like, you tell him the Justice League wouldn't save your world if you had the chance. He's like, okay, it's time for our master to give the sales pitch. And that's when the evil Batman pretty much stepped back, and Barbados comes out pretty much left field, and he says, all roads lead to darkness. He looks huge, guys. And Cyborg's like, okay, it's time for us to leave. And he pretty much just like teleports them out of there, and Barbados talks about him last. He's like, you told me you planned for every scenario. He's like, Cyborg's transformation brings an unknown into this playing field. And Batman Last's like, the Justice League, they'll be back. We have the Suicide Squad, we have Task Force X, we have the Teen Titans, they'll be back to save their friends. So we just have to wait. And that's when we see all these different heroes, the Justice League, Raven, Mr. Terrific, Deathstroke, Dr. Fate, Contra Saunders. They pretty much get teleported into the Hyper Time. And guys, Hyper Time looks pretty cool. You see images of All-Star Superman. You see images of Futures End with Batman Beyond. You see like the future Justice League. You see Flashpoint. All these different events in DC history. And Cyborg tells Raven, he's like, don't worry, Raven. I am who I am still. I just have full control. I have some control. The Mud Box is taking over me. And Raven's like, it's okay. We have to do this to pretty much fight off against Barbados. And we see Green Lantern. It's like, hey, Vic. You alright? You sure? Pretty much had all these different wannabe Batman spooked. and one was like, okay, we gotta think wisely, because time is at the essence. Like, before we know it, these evil Batman will be back to attack us. So we gotta figure out what to do. And Cyborg's like, hang on, Wonder Woman. He's like, before I became a Cyborg, I loved football. I was always a team player, but now I feel like I need to be a coach. And he's like, what we'll do is Raven, Flash, you come with me. He's like, we're gonna go pretty much hack the multiverse, stop this whole thing. And he's like, all you guys, Wonder Woman, Contra Saunders, Dr. Fate, you guys go back to the Rock of Eternity, what you were doing before this whole mess happened. Then we have Aquaman, Destro, you guys go to Atlantis, get Nymphmel, Green Lantern, Miss Terrific, and the Plastic Egg, you guys go to Vanguard Prime. We all have to find this Nymphmel, because that's the only thing that'll stop Barbados. If we don't find this Nymphmel, we're gonna totally lose. We saw by this whole mess, this whole crossover that just happened, and they pretty much walk through the portal, and then we see Barbados and Bound Laughs there, and we see Green Lantern, all these different heroes going on the missions once again to get Nymphmel. And Bound Laughs like, man, they don't even know it. They're running into a trap. And that's how we end it, and it leads directly into Dark Knight number 4, and ends this crossover on epic note. But guys, for the explain part of this video out of the way, let's get to my review of Battle of Hell, Part 4. So guys, this issue was pretty cool. The art by Tyler Kirkman was really good. Cyborg was the best part, honestly. See him come out, get full control of the Mother Box, and become super powerful, and just pretty much go against these evil Batmans, and the Justice League finally start to gain ground was really awesome. I like that, and I just like the tone of just at the beginning of them all failing, and then them actually getting success by the end. That's a very good tone shift throughout the issue. And then the whole bond between Raven and Cyborg, that was really strong. And then obviously the big fight between the evil Batman and the Justice League, though it was short, was really awesome. That double page splash page by Tyler Kirkman was awesome. That was cool, guys. And guys, the writing was good. Each of the characters were written so well. The Mother Box thing, putting that into this was really cool. And then just the end was pretty cool. It just got everything back into motion for Dark Knight number 4. Now the problem I have with this crossover though is pretty much a detour. All it is, you could actually skip over Battle of Hell, go to Dark Knight number 4, you would not miss anything. Maybe some context on where Cyborg, Flash, and Raven went, but then you actually see that in Dark Knight's Rise and the Wild Hunt when that issue comes out. So this isn't really the biggest crossover that's really essential, but it's more because it's epic and it's cool to see the Justice League versus evil Batman, and to dive more into Cyborg's character. So if you want more of that, more context to this whole Dark Knight's Metal storyline, then yeah, read Battle of Hell. But if you don't have time to read this and you skip over and go directly to Dark Knight number 4, it's fine because it's not super essential. But I still recommend it because the art has been awesome through this crossover, the writing's been good, seeing the Justice League versus evil Batman is just epic, it's really cool, and this last issue of this crossover ended on a pretty good note. So overall, I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. Solid end to this good crossover tie to Dark Knight's Metal. Alright guys, that's pretty much the video. If you liked it, give a big thumbs up, new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next DC Comics storyline that I'll be going over pretty much tomorrow, so stay tuned. Alright guys, that's the video, and peace out.